All right, welcome to our playtest of the dialogue tree. So today we're going to be testing out how effectively I can get through one of the dialogue trees. As our game is very dialogue heavy, and so it's really important that we get this down. So I'm going to let Caitlin explain because she's made this. I haven't seen this before. What the rules are and what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yep. So this is meant to be a sort of testable prototype of the dialogue trees that'll feature pretty centrally to our game, since a solid chunk of the gameplay is interacting with the suspects and trying to get like information from them that's useful towards solving the bigger mystery. And so to that effect, there are like branching dialogue trees basically. And I have organized this so that it is possible to fail. You can take a dialogue pathing that basically makes the person you're having the conversation with, the character, get fed up with you and basically refuse to talk to you anymore, and you'll have to start over. So yeah, and there should be at least one other outcome where you basically get all the information you need, and it's like a successful iteration of a conversation, and you can like finish it successfully. So yeah, there are going to be options on what you can say. A lot of the dialogue will loop around on itself. So basically, what that means is you'll select one option, and then the options that you didn't choose will appear on the next screen as well. So basically it's like easy to maneuver and there's not too many like loose threads basically. And yeah.
All right, so let's see if I can successfully complete this without annoying the character. So I'm playing as the investigator, and I am. Ooh. Normally I would narrate this, but I think then I would start doing voices and it would get real tiresome real fast. So I'm going to read it to myself. So,
I can also read it out loud if that would help.
Oh, if you want, I mean, our game won't have dialogue.
It won't have, well, I know, but
or
for the
voices.
purposes of the play test, it might be
Oh,
helpful just for people watching. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, yeah. So I approach her. Okay, if you would like to.
so this is the character's name, Evelyn. Evelyn says, "Oh, darling, what a horrid state of affairs. Here I was expecting a fun-filled evening with jazz and dancing, and Carter had to go and get himself killed."
Who are you?
The woman raises an eyebrow. "Forgetting names and faces so quickly, are we? We were introduced at the beginning of the night. I'm Evelyn Thompson of the prestigious Thompson family, heiress to the Thompson fortune. You are pleased to be reacquainted, I'm sure."
How did you know Kavanaugh?
And Kavanaugh is the murder victim. "Oh, I've known Carter since I was a little girl. He's a few years older than me, of course. He was like an older brother. What a terrible shame he's been murdered."
Did you see anything when the lights went out?
"Darling, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. It was absolutely pitch black."
Let's go with, didn't you hear anything? Maybe the glass shattering when a murder weapon was stolen from the exhibit?
She looks appalled. "Murder weapon? Heavens no. As soon as the lights went out, I tried to feel my way to the door. I did hear glass shattering, but it sounded like it came from the next wing over."
Any idea why somebody want to murder him or kill him?
"If you ask me, and I do know my onions, the illegitimate son had the biggest motive. Carter invited him here to show off his collection and rubbing it in his face that he would never inherit any of it. It was probably a crime of passion."
So the "how did he do it" line,
Mm.
is that referring to the illegitimate son or Carter?
Yeah, what she's claiming is like basically asking, "Oh, okay, well, you're saying it was this guy. How did he murder him?"
Oh, how would he have done it? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Evelyn is thoughtful. "All I remember hearing was the glass shattering in the other wing. Heavens, I could barely see my cigarette. I groped my way to the door and out into the hallway. I did hear something else, though, something strange."
Strange?
"Yes, two sets of footsteps and a gunshot. But who on earth is carrying a gun to this party? Why, it must have been the security guard."
Where did you go after you got to the hallway?
"I felt my way along the wall. My heart was positively pounding in my chest, mind you. And about 10 paces down is when I heard the footsteps. A few steps later, I heard the gunshot, but it sounded a bit far away. It must have taken place within the span of, oh, maybe 2 minutes. That enough detail for you, old girl?"
Yes, thank you. I am an old girl.
Evelyn's expression becomes deflated. I do appreciate what you're doing trying to solve Carter's murder. We're locked in all night anyway, and the flat shoes can't get here until morning. I hope that you find what you're looking for.
Cool. So yeah, that's our playtest for this one. So what do you think we can iterate on with this?
Um,
Mainly the biggest thing I had confusion with when I was going through was
mm,
like I said, it's like he said that. It's like instead of using pronouns, use like their name. Like
yeah,
I would
makes
respond.
sense.
So that way it's just a little bit more clear that way. Um,
Mm,
but I was able to get through most of this. Um, and then maybe in like future ones, maybe add ones where it's like you select this and like maybe the conversation ends. But that's something we're going to iterate on going forward in our future playtests.
sounds great.